Earth drifts through the vast, endless darkness of space, a small blue marble suspended in the sea of black. From afar, our planet seems isolated and vulnerable, spinning silently in the cosmic void. Yet it is accompanied by a single magnificent star, the Sun. This brilliant sphere of burning gas is not just a distant light in our sky, but the very reason our world is alive. This colossal furnace, 93 million miles away, is the heart of our solar system and the source of nearly all energy on Earth. Its nuclear reactions unleash unimaginable power, sending warmth and light across the void to our waiting planet. The sun's light powers photosynthesis, fueling the food chain from plants to animals, and shapes our days, seasons, and weather. It is the silent architect behind every harvest, every forest, every living thing that grows and breathes. Without it, Earth would be a frozen, lifeless rock, oceans solid, continents silent, sky black. The vibrant colors of our world would vanish, replaced by endless night and bitter cold. Every breath, every breeze, every living thing depends on the sun's energy. From the smallest insect to the tallest tree, all life is woven together by the sun's invisible threads. Now imagine if, in a single moment, the sun went cold, its fires extinguished, its light gone. The world would be plunged into darkness, and the familiar rhythms of life would come to a halt. This is a thought experiment, but by exploring it, we can truly appreciate our star's profound influence. Scientists and dreamers alike have wondered what would become of us if our sun suddenly disappeared. What would happen to our world if the sun's warmth and light vanished? How quickly would the temperature drop, and how would life respond to the sudden chilling silence? How fragile is the balance that allows life to thrive here? The sun's presence is so constant, we often forget how much we depend on it. Let's find out just how deep that connection goes. Imagine for a moment, if the sun, the very heart of our solar system, suddenly went cold, its energy extinguished in an instant. At first, Earth wouldn't notice anything was wrong. Life would carry on, completely unaware of the cosmic catastrophe that had just occurred. For 8 minutes and 20 seconds, the sunlight and warmth already traveling through space would still reach us, bathing our world in familiar golden rays. During those precious moments, life would continue as normal. Children laughing in playgrounds, birds singing in the trees, and the sky a brilliant, cloudless blue. Even the moon would still shine down, reflecting the last sunlight it received, a silent witness to the end of an era. The world would unknowingly be living on borrowed time, basking in a light that, in reality, no longer exists. Every smile, every sunbeam would be a memory in the making. Then, in a single abrupt instant, everything would change. The illusion would shatter. Day would turn to night without warning. The blue sky would vanish, replaced by the endless blackness of space, as if someone had flipped a cosmic switch. The moon would disappear from view, its glow gone, leaving only the distant, cold light of the stars and the artificial glow of city lights. The world would be plunged into a darkness deeper and more absolute than any night humanity has ever experienced. There would be no warning, no gradual fading, just sudden, total nightfall, catching everyone off guard. In that moment, humanity would face the beginning of an endless darkness, uncertain and unprepared for what comes next. The age of light would end everywhere, all at once, leaving our world forever changed in the blink of an eye. The last sunlight fades, painting the sky in deepening shades of orange and purple, as if the world is holding its breath for what comes next. In a matter of moments, the world is instantly transformed, as familiar landmarks are swallowed by the encroaching darkness. The familiar blue sky is gone, replaced by a breathtaking, terrifying view of the cosmos, an endless tapestry of stars and galaxies suddenly revealed in all their brilliance. Stars blaze with new intensity, their light sharper and more vivid than ever before, as if the universe itself is now on display. The Milky Way stretches overhead, a glowing river of light, its details visible to the naked eye in a way few have ever seen. Constellations stand out in sharp relief, ancient patterns suddenly vivid, as if the stories of the stars are being retold for a new age. Daytime animals are thrown into confusion. Their instincts disrupted, they wander restlessly, unsure if it is time to sleep or wake. Birds may fall from the sky, unable to navigate in the sudden night, while herds huddle together in fear, their world turned upside down. In cities, power grids strain and fail as everyone turns on the lights at once, desperate to push back the darkness that now feels endless. Vast areas are plunged into blackout, neighborhoods and entire cities vanishing into the void, their lights snuffed out in an instant. The world becomes a patchwork of isolated, glowing islands in a sea of black, each one a fragile refuge against the overwhelming night. The cycle of day and night is gone forever. There is only endless night, a perpetual twilight that never gives way to dawn. The psychological toll is immense. Anxiety, confusion, and a loss of time's meaning grip people everywhere, as days blur into one another without sunlight to mark their passing. People rely on artificial light, but fuel supplies dwindle and batteries become precious commodities, hoarded and fought over as the darkness drags on. Exploring the outside world becomes dangerous, requiring powerful torches and careful planning, as the familiar becomes treacherous and the unknown even more so. The bright, sunlit world becomes a memory, a distant echo of warmth and safety that now feels almost unreal. Shadows rule, stretching long and deep, and the greatest challenge is simply to see what lies ahead, to find hope in the darkness. The world is changed, perhaps forever. The darkness is absolute, and humanity must now learn to survive in a night without end. Darkness is immediate, but the cold creeps in relentlessly. At first it feels like a clear, cold night, but without the sun's energy, temperatures begin to plummet. Within a week, the global average drops below freezing. Snow falls even in deserts and rainforests. Lakes, rivers, and oceans start to freeze, and the world is blanketed in ice. After a year, the average temperature is minus 100 degrees Celsius. The surface is frozen solid. Oceans develop a thick crust of ice, insulating the deep water below. On the surface, the cold is more extreme than anywhere on Earth today. Carbon dioxide and other gases freeze and fall as snow, making the air itself change. The world becomes a silent, frozen museum, civilization preserved under ice. For plants, the sun's disappearance is catastrophic. Photosynthesis stops instantly. Every plant from algae to redwoods begins to starve. Small plants die within days. Larger trees linger in dormancy, but there is no spring. As the cold intensifies, ice crystals destroy plant cells from within. Within a year, forests and grasslands are gone, replaced by skeletal remains under snow. The planet's green lungs stop breathing. Oxygen is no longer replenished. The scents and colors of life vanish. The foundation of the food web collapses. The silent death of plants signals the end for almost all surface life. The world loses its color, scent, and vitality. Animals face darkness and cold, an existential threat. Herbivores starve as plants die. Grazing animals and forest dwellers perish within weeks. Carnivores and scavengers survive a little longer, feeding on the dying, but soon they too run out of food. The cold is merciless. Even polar creatures can't survive the new extremes. Birds fall from the sky, reptiles and amphibians freeze solid. The web of life unravels. The wild falls silent. Yet, not all life ends. Deep in the ocean, around hydrothermal vents, unique ecosystems thrive on chemical energy, not sunlight. Tube worms, crabs, and bacteria continue. Oblivious to the frozen world above, these deep-sea communities might persist for millions of years. They are the last bastion of life on a cold, dark Earth. The surface is silent, but life endures in the deep. The story of survival continues far below. For humanity, the loss of the sun means a desperate fight for survival. The surface becomes uninhabitable. People retreat underground, seeking geothermal warmth. Vast subterranean cities must be built, powered by the Earth's internal heat. Life support systems, artificial lighting, and hydroponic farms become essential. Crops grow under electric lamps. Fungi thrive on decaying matter. Water is melted from surface ice and meticulously recycled. Society shifts from growth to survival. Every resource is precious. Old borders fade. Survival depends on cooperation and conservation. The world above is lost. Life is confined below. Humanity becomes a species of the deep, clinging to warmth and hope. The struggle is immense, but the will to survive endures. The last flickers of civilization burn beneath the ice. Even in darkness, the human spirit persists. The frozen surface becomes a new frontier for explorers in heated suits, salvaging resources and gazing at the stars. The night sky, free from the sun's glare, offers an unparalleled view of the cosmos. New observatories rise and astronomy flourishes, searching for new worlds, new hope. Underground, humanity dreams of reaching distant stars, building world ships for interstellar journeys. The quest for survival becomes a quest for meaning and purpose. Stories of sunlight become legend, fueling hope for generations. The dream of returning to the light drives humanity forward. Even in the cold and dark, we refuse to let our story end. Imagining a world without the sun reveals its true value. We take its warmth and light for granted, but its gifts are profound: energy, food, climate, and life itself. The sun is the silent partner in Earth's dance of life. Its absence unravels the web that connects all living things. The darkness is not just a loss of light, but of the energy that sustains us. This thought experiment is a lesson in appreciation. Life exists within a fragile balance made possible by our star. The sun is the master conductor of Earth's symphony. Next time you feel its warmth, remember, you are touched by the energy of a star. The sun is not just a feature of our world, it is the reason for it.